Welcome back to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Currently, first and 10, here's Pickett. A short one there to Freiermuth. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Pickett sets up play action. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They'll toss to Harris. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Back to throw, Pickett. And his throw is incomplete. The offense on third down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw, Pickett. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and that will keep this a 4-point game. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the draw, it's Hall. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now Rodgers. His pass caught at the 4. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And again, it's Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard from 4 yards out. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Pickett's throw pulled in by Robinson here. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Finding Harris over the middle. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Dialing up another pass here, Pickett. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the first half, we saw some great play from Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a first down carry for Harris. He's got it to the 43 here.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And this is going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10. At their own 23. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Rodgers now on first down. Open man here is Conklin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Over the middle, it's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll work down inside the 45. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back to the ground with Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down and 8. Here's Rodgers. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run with Carter. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Hall on a give up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say,
and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Steelers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll give to Hall. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 58 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Rodgers. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now here's another carry for Harris. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Pickett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Pickett now on 1st down. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. He'll drop to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Steelers send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now out come the Jets. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Give to Hall running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Pickett back to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
67 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Rodgers to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that one off the mark, a little late with the throw. And this one is right through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Pickett to throw on first down. Setting up the screen, Harris. There he goes, left side. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A huge play there on the screen pass. 49 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Pickett right back to the air again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Pickett. This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson from 4 yards out. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. New York set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff for Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Wilson's got it complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Rodgers again now.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Harris running straight ahead.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's Pickett.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And the Jets will take over.
And New York set to take the field.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
To throw is Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
He finds Wilson.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Rodgers with a pass caught by Conklin.
Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Here's a give to Hall.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Hall again.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now Hall.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Rodgers to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Jets, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon.